y'all doing? Nick's got some signs back here. I got a job coming up that's 2 feet by 3 feet. Cabin sign exterior. This is for a owner that I've built for a few years now. I helped build 2 of her cabins. Got some cedar right here. I got some 12-inch wide boards already, so this one's in a little better shape. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this one out. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this laid out. So I got a 24 by 36 glued up in the clamps you were seeing earlier. I use cawls right there, which are those pieces of wood with the small clamps. I put packing tape on it so it doesn't get glued to the board, but that keeps it straight. I also got biscuits in there, as you saw. So tomorrow I'll pull these out of the clamps, and the next scene you'll see me starting the layout. This is for Sunset Pointe cabin. We pulled this out of the clamp this morning. This is the Sunset Pointe project. The first step, what I do after I pull them out of the clamp, is I go through and I fill in all the imperfections. So we left off, I was just finishing up filling all the cracks with Starbond and sawdust. Now, if you guys missed that before, this is the Starbond I use. I use the medium thick clear. When combined with the accelerator, what that's going to do is allow you to sand said crack or crevice within 30 seconds, man. And that is crucial for what I do because I'm in a production-based business, so speed is of an essence. A little tip on that, I keep a jar. This is walnut sawdust. I like the color it provides. I also have a jar of cedar sawdust that I will mix depending on the spot that I'm trying to fill. So yeah, so next is the sanding stage. Okay, I'm gonna spare you guys the torture to watch me sand, but my process is 80, 120, 220, and that's it. Every once in a while I got 320 that I'll hit on it, but for exterior cabin signs, that's sufficient for my finish that I apply. And I use the 3M Cubitron. This stuff is a game changer. If you're still using Diablo, big box store brand, and you switch to this, never mind, it's practically the same price, but you're going to see a huge difference when you switch to this. So I highly suggest checking that out as well. So I'm going to get to sanding. When we get back, let's see here. Where will we be? It's a lot of words to get out, man. It's still early. So yeah, we'll be with the layout. So let me go ahead and get through this, and we'll see you here shortly. So I just got finished with all the sanding. I got all that done off camera. I went ahead and printed the design on freezer paper. This is the inkjet to freezer paper method for transferring images on and designs onto wood. So this was a pretty large transfer. This was a 12 tile transfer. So it didn't come out the best, but it came out good enough for me to do my carving. So this is what we got here. All right, guys, we're back. When I do these broken edges, I take my flap disc sander and I kind of bring in the crack just a little bit. It just gives it a little more definition, looks more authentic, kind of gives it that look of the actual wood is broken, especially after I paint the sign. You got to remember, anything recessed is going to be painted, so that will stay. So that just kind of adds to the entire look. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on this here. I'll do a little bit on camera just to kind of give you guys an example, and then I'll finish it up off camera. So let me double check, make sure I'm all tightened here. Okay. All right, guys, we're about ready to apply the finish. I got one more step, which is I brand my product. That'll be the last thing I do before I start the finishing process. I used Gearheart Industry to make my branding iron. It's very hot right here, so I'm trying to be very careful. But what I do is I apply a little bit of water on a rag, like a shop towel, just get it nice and moist. That helps to prevent overburning. So I'm not real great at this, so sometimes it takes me a few tries, but let's give this a shot here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah, look at there. That one turned out pretty good. I'll zoom you guys in here. So there's my brand right there. I just did. Turned out great. I'm very happy with the quality from Gearheart Industry, and I highly recommend them. So I'll let that dry a little bit, cool off. I'll come back with 220 and sand over everything one last time, and then we'll start the finishing process. All right, guys, it's the finishing time. Everybody's favorite time. To spray, I use the Critter Sprayer. You can get this on Amazon for a hobbyist or even a professional, man. It's a great buy. It's like $30, $32, depending on what time of year or whatever the case may be. But I'll put a link in the description below where you can get this. My finish, I use Total Boats Halcyon. It's a varnish, top quality. It adds a premium finish to your sign, so you can definitely advertise that. This is going to offer great protection. Now, granted, it's quite expensive. It's not, as cheap as your shaker can finishes, and you're going to have to put a good 5-6 coats on there just to start. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Just like any finish, you're going to want nice, even, thin coats. Hey, how y'all doing? And we're back. So here we are at the install for the sign Sunset Pointe. This cabin right here, I helped build for about 6-7 months. This is where I was working when my business finally got to the point where I could go full time. It was towards the end of the build. These guys about had this wrapped up, and looks like they're about almost finished right now. So yeah, I was able to pull off and follow my dream and go full-time carving signs. And now the owner ordered a sign for me. I got it here in the truck. I'm about to start the install. First step is I need to find the center point between, it's going to go right up there where my ladder's at. So I'm going to get up there, I'm going to pull some measurements, find my center, find how high I want to get it laid out. For that process, excuse me, I'm going to do a time-lapse video because it's going to take me a little bit to get it just right. I don't want to feel rushed and mess anything up. So I'm going to get to that. I'll do a time lapse and then I'll come back when we're all finished and kind of walk you through what I did do. And maybe I can see if I can get in and kind of walk you guys through some of the work that I did on this cabin. But yeah, so all right, guys, that wraps up this project, Sunset Point. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, learned something, got some entertainment out of it. Regardless, we're going to have a lot more videos like this coming out. We'll be doing some post installs, a lot of cabin jobs coming up. And in about 3 months, we got a real big job coming up to be released. So it's going to be a little bit of a surprise, but it's a game changer of a job for my company, Nick's Custom Signs. So I invite you guys to come back and kind of watch my growth and share my journey with me. I'd appreciate it if you guys can subscribe, hit that like button. If you want to be notified for when new videos come out, just go ahead and hit that little bell icon. That's going to notify you every time we release a video. So again, I appreciate you guys watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and you guys have a blessed day. Take it easy.